Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Graham and this is the Jedi Knights Watch, and today we have a Batman unboxing and review from Hot Toys. This is the modern suit Batman, and I got mine from Hawk Wars Toys on eBay. Get your new and used figures from Hawk and use my code WolfpackSpring5 to save yourself 5% on any regular priced item. He still has this available as we are recording today. And this is from the Flash movie. This is Michael Keaton. So, I kind of had some mixed feelings about this because, the Flash movie was entertaining. There was really good parts, and most of it was when Batman was here. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know if this movie has lasting power. But, again, it's Michael Keaton. I fought this feeling as long as I could. I finally caved, and Batman is here. This is MMS 712. And again, this is from the Flash movie. This is Michael Keaton in his older form. And I'm really excited to look at this. I've heard some good things. I've heard some not so good things. So I'm excited to unbox this with you guys and kind of figure out where I stand with this figure. Typical style art box, got the slide cover. It's got some really cool lightning effects, really nice gold color. I love that 89 Batman gold. And it's got that window display. Once we get it out of the box, we can see all the stuff that comes in the clamshell, and there's actually a lot here. By today's standards, you might actually think that this could pass for like a DX, because nobody really knows what that is anymore. But look at this. You get a lot of cool stuff with this Batman figure. And that head sculpt, man, that head sculpt looks really, really good. I can't wait to look at that just a little bit closer. Let's get the figure himself out of the clamshell. But first, you know what? We got to start with the base. So we're going to do that, and this is something that we haven't seen before, at least I haven't seen before. It's a different style of base with the Batman on the front. It says modern suit. It's a raised up base, and it's that circular base that Hot Toys is definitely going for a lot more these days. It is USB-C with an on and off switch there, and I do love the emblem on the top. Again, I love this gold color. Really stands out, really screams 89 Batman. So I'm all here for it. It's got this nice grate there as well. Does come with a waist grabber. I understand why they did this, but it's just not what I like doing for my figures. So I'm just going to put a crotch grabber on there myself. I just like using these a lot more. So I wish Hot Toys would kind of give you the option, just throw an extra one in there, but they don't like to do that. So nonetheless, I did try to hook this up for you guys, but look, my base doesn't light up. It doesn't work. Unfortunately, that sucks. But hey, guess what? Hawk Wars Toys has my back, so he is going to replace it for me, so no worries there. Here are the accessories that come with the Batman. A lot of this stuff we've seen before. We got the Batarangs, the Batmobile remote, the eye system, we got the throwing stars. We have, what is this little piece here? I think it's his flip phone. It's the flip phone that he uses to try to break the Russian code. So that is a really cool piece there. I like that a lot. That was such a funny funny part in the movie there. And then I think this is like one of the timer bombs that he stuck on something or another. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but pretty sure. And then we have like this mouthpiece. It's just a black mouthpiece. I am lost here. I don't know what this is for. If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments. And then we have one of these. I think this was like a sticky bomb that he attached to like the big guy that he was fighting there on the battlefield. And some other stuff that we've kind of seen before. Going into the clamshell here, it's weird that actually the portrait was on the Batman and not this. So I thought that was just interesting. Not bad or good or by any means, but just weird. But I think this looks really cool. You got a lot of good skin detail on the faceplate. I think the cowl looks awesome. Got this piece here that we just have to kind of take out to kind of mess with like the eyes and also get the faceplate off. It was kind of in there pretty good, so I didn't want to. You got to be careful with these fins on the side. I don't want to break anything, but here's like this new technology on how it connects, and then you can see you got to take your finger in here because it doesn't, like the old ones you could just kind of use the finger on the outside, not so much here. So you're gonna have to take the head sculpt off, put your finger in there and pop it off, and then you'll be able to switch the face plates as you please, and then also move the single eye moving system as well. But I like this a lot. It looks really good. It's like a new Batman, but it's got that returns callback, so that's really cool. They give you this empty cowl, which is pretty sweet. Comes with the bat symbol on there, or the logo, and that's because The other one's going to slide right behind it. A little bit of a different shape because obviously his head is not inside filling it out. But if you want to have the portrait on, you could use this and have him holding it. It's got these these points on the end. This one seems more sturdier than the actual how the actual head of the cowl does. Like the other ones are really flimsy. I'm hoping they don't get chewed up over time, but comes with a stand too. So really all we do is just set it right on there. I had to figure it out. I thought it pushed inside, but no, it just sits right on top. Tried to angle it. It is loose, so you know, as long as it's on a level surface, you should be fine with that. But if you want to display it that way, you really could do that too. We got just 2 pair of hands, gloved hands that is, so not a lot here. But you can see there's a lot of good detail. You got like armor. You still have those studs there on the inside of the palms, which is really cool too. Just again, one of them like Easter eggs or callbacks to the old Batman. And then we do get 2 faceplates as well. And I gotta say, I actually like all 3 of the faceplates that come with. I think the one on my left is gonna be my favorite, just the serious look. But I do like the smirk too. Like, it's kind of that. It just kind of screams like the Flash, where he's like, you know, you want to get nuts, let's get nuts type of thing. Or yeah, I'm Batman. But man, I love the texture. I think this looks like Keaton. It's done really well. You have the cowl that's shaped like it was, you know, with Keaton, but here you can see like these fins are super flimsy. You know, the more you mess with this, the more they might get bent, or I don't know if they'll like bend enough to break, but they might get a little like deformed. So just be careful with that. Here's like this angry head sculpt, and then when we move the eyes, you know, it looks really cool. I gotta say, like, I like this a lot. I just hope that we have like good head articulation with this figure. I mean, I get it, like his neck doesn't turn, but with the 89, the cowl is loose, so you could still turn it and have him tipping down a little bit, or up, or side to side. So you're gonna not really have that. So that's gonna be interesting to see. We get this cape that comes with it. Probably not gonna use, but I actually do like this design. It's because the other ones you had to put like the poles in. Like here, you don't have to do that. It just goes on the back of them, and then it's like articulating, and then that's it. Like, there's nothing to really do. It just pops on, and you just move it to where you see fit. It's got a really nice wingspan. On the inside, it's like a fabric, and then on the outside, I do believe this is going to be pleather. And then you have this weird collar here, which we're going to talk about on the other cape, which I am just not a fan. But nonetheless, let's get the figure out here now. Let's take the wrapping off the figure. Let's get him on the turntable, and let's see what our first impressions are of this guy. And I gotta say, this head sculpt is mind-blowing. Like, I need to use this head sculpt, but not on this figure. And we're going to talk about that in a minute here. The cape it's not great. We'll talk about that too, but overall, like the deep black of the suit, it looks so good. You got that traditional Bat logo there, but look at this perfect head sculpt. So much skin detail. The white hair looks great. Like, man, that is Keaton. I don't care what you say. I said this when the prototype hit. This is a 10 out of 10 head sculpt, and I stand behind that. Getting them in hand, getting a closer look, you can see this looks great. Again, this has the single eye moving system as well. I might get like a tuxedo Batman and use this head sculpt, but like, look at the collar, and just for such a great head sculpt, what an ugly eyesore this collar is. It's like pleather, it's wrinkled, it's lifting in places over here. Like, it just looks awful. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, who from Hot Toys thought this looked good? It just two-toned, doesn't match with the cape. Oh, missed some foam here. We'll take that out. But the belt looks great. Look at the shine on the armor as well, just with that traditional gold Bat logo. I love it a lot. But unfortunately, I'm not going to keep this cape on. I'm going to actually try my Batman Returns cape, but for now, let's stick with this. So here's the SIRS system inside, and you can see like the magnet is actually on the inside of the plastic. That is such a good idea by Hot Toys. You can see the seam here with the hair, which kind of gives you throwback to old figures with the PER system, but I get it. You're not really going to notice that, so not a big deal at all. Going to the cape, again, it's better than what we've seen in the past, but it's still not up to my standards. I am going to order a modern suit cape from 1/6 Kit, but for now, I do have a Batman Returns cape that I just want to see if it works, because it's waiting for that figure. But again, you just got such a nice suit, but it's a weird material. And the belt is great too. Got the gauntlets, it's a modern design, but it screams traditional Batman. But the suit is interesting. It looks like there's going to be posability, but it looks like it's like a Spider-Man material where I don't know how forgiving it's going to be, and we'll take a look at the articulation here in a little bit. But I gotta say, I love this. I really love these boot designs too. Split cut boot, and you get articulation and rocking side to side, and it really blends in well. So that is a really nice treat to see. I love these boots. The knee pads are Velcro, so you don't have to worry about like the glue coming off. The shoulder pieces are Velcro as well. It's such a sexy suit. Like, honestly, it looks so good, and I can't wait to get the cowl on this guy as well. But man, this collar, it's not gonna do, so it's gotta go. So let's get the cowl on with the other cape and just see what he looks like. And I gotta say, this is definitely more like it. The cowl looks great. I was worried that these fins on the cowl would poke out too much, but they seem to be laying nice. And then here you'd have, again, this is the returns cape. I'm just kind of seeing what like a custom cape would look like, and I do think it looks a lot better. So let's get him out here with 89 for right now and just kind of compare those two. So much more texture on the right with the traditional 89. The new one is very sleek, sexy, shiny, smooth, and it looks a little bit more like Returns would. But I gotta say, like, these two look good together. They're gonna look good on the shelf with my Keaton stuff. So I'm really excited to have finally pulled the trigger on this. All right, so some things to look at here. So the cowl slides in behind the emblem, so there's no movement side to side, up and down, or anything like that. So that definitely stinks. The ears and the points sticking out on the cowl are definitely very flimsy. So you even see, like, it looks just a little, it's not very perfect. So that could be an issue down the road too. Trying to just futz with the cape, you can definitely slide it back easier than you could with the stock cape, but you still got to kind of work it around all of these, like, I don't want to call them spikes, but these pointed out areas, and then you can kind of futz with it. I think it looks good with the cape kind of over the shoulders, but then also behind the shoulders as well. So you can definitely do some different looks with this. But man, I gotta say, Hot Toys honestly really did a good job with just the likeness to this figure. I'm so impressed with it. The suit itself just looks really good. I'm so glad that I didn't wind up passing on this. And I think from all angles, again, this looks like Michael Keaton for sure. So man, couldn't be happier to have this in the collection. It definitely looks like an underrated figure. Taking a look though at the suit, just kind of adjusting the light, like, it's going to bunch. Like, it's not the rubber, so it's gonna be, you're gonna be more free to be able to pose it, but I don't know how forgiving the suit is going to be when you do pose it. So I am worried about that. So I'm not gonna put this guy into any major poses today. I'm just gonna have him in his standing stance, because, like, just look at how this wrinkles and how it's bunching up. I don't know, man. I don't feel like this is going to be. I don't think this is gonna last if you're gonna have him in dynamic poses. So just something to kind of know, I guess, going into this figure. But let's talk about the things that I like about the figure and the things not so much as we get him onto the turntable. He looks really good. The first thing that I really like is the portrait, and all the faceplates are spot on. Couldn't have asked for a better faceplate selection from Hot Toys. Even though the base doesn't light up, I do like the design of the base with that nice big bat logo. The amount of accessories is really great. It's almost like a DX figure. And I love those split cut boot designs. So much freedom to pose the figure. Some things I didn't like as much is this cape is ugly as hell, man. I'm sorry, but that collar's not going to do. I'm not a fan of the cowl not being able to move, right or left. And the articulation suffers with that. But those aren't deal breakers. I love this figure, and I think you will too. So let me know what you think of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button. Until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.